Hello and welcome to the sixth in a series of online Scottish music workshops to mark the 125th anniversary of the Glen Collection. I'm Ronnie Gibson, a scholar performer of Scots fiddle music based in Aberdeen, Scotland. We'll be live on YouTube at this time every Monday, Thursday throughout July and August, exploring some of the finest Scottish dance music as chosen by John Glen in his two tune books, published in 1891 and 1895. You'll find more information and links to free sheet music downloads at glencollection125.wordpress.com, where, if wished, you can also make a contribution to my virtual tips jar via PayPal. And again, thank you to everyone who's contributed. In this video, we'll workshop two sets, the 43rd and 48th pairs of tunes as found in Glen's first book. Remember, you can use the chat bar during the live broadcast to make comments or ask questions, so do let us know you're there. You can't believe what a warm, happy feeling I get reading your comments as you sign in, just knowing we're coming together, however remotely, in this shared endeavour of exploring the Glen Collection. I see we've got Jane. Hi, Jane. Margaret, hello. Donald. Donald's asking, what have we got tonight? Yes, well, more of the same, but something quite different as well. It's a funny old thing. Maura, it's good to have you back. Hello. Leslie, hello. You're saying what better on such a wet night than a few tunes? Yes, it's rather damp in Aberdeen. No better way to spend the evening. I agree. Francois, hello. You're saying they're nice tunes tonight. You've just tried. Good or well. You're ahead of us. That's grand. They are good ones this week. Sarah, hello. Iona, hello. Good. Well, all familiar names. We're all friends here. Let's begin. So we'll start with set 43. The Strathspey is Captain Francis Wemyss, and the reel is Lady Mary Montague. They're both from the Bohally collection, and it's solid gold from cover to cover. Right. Let's start then with Captain Francis Wemyss. We'll play in equal quavers to begin. Fiddles try and attend to the bowing, but we'll take away the rhythmic complexity. Don't worry about the ornaments just yet. It'll be something like this. That's it. Okay, 2, 3, and 4. And again. Okay, that's the first line, the first measure. Even when we're playing equal quavers, you can still try the straight slur. It's like a very quick down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. It just gives it a bit of shape in the middle, as opposed to, let's just try it. It's bar 1 from beat 3, the B. B, A, D, A. Ready? After 2. 1 and 2. Down, down, up, up, down, up, up. Anyway, it's academic because the rhythm brings it to life. Right, let's try it with the rhythm this time. Still kakani on the ornamentation. We'll add that next. Ya dum dee da dee da dum. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Now we've got the barrel. in bar 2, beat 3, it's 2 semiquavers and a quaver. If it distracts you, just play it as a crotchet, one full note. And again, at the end of the line, another burl. This strathspey has a lot more swing than a lot of the other strathspeys. The northeast strathspeys, as they've come to be played, are quite severe. Ta-dum, ta-dee, ta-dum, ta-dee. This one's a ta-dum, ba-dee, ta-dum, ba-dee. That's how I feel it should be played anyway. Let's just try it again. Ta-dum, dee, ta-dum, dee. With some West Coast swing. 3 and 4. So anytime you have the snap, anytime the semiquaver is the first of a pair, it's still very short. It's like a door slamming in a draft. Tum, tum, tum. But then when we have the dotted rhythm, when the dotted quaver is first, it's just got a bit more groove about it, as opposed to yaram ti taram tati in a sort of over dotted style, which is how a lot of strathspeys tend to be played, but not this one. Yaram ti taram tati. Once more, and then we'll add the ornamentation. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you don't need to worry too much about the straight slurs. In fact, you can almost link the notes just as a conventional slur. Okay, now the ornamentation is in bars 1 and 3, and it's identical each time. So we just need to look at the first bar, and we'll have 2 bars worth of ammunition. The first ornament is the C sharp before the high D. You see it there in the first bar. And it's not short, it's a sort of leaning note. Have a listen. Yeah, damn. Let's just try it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again. Once more. There we go. Now, if we pick up with the very next note, that's the 4th note in the bar, we'll get this next one. It's on the fiddle, it's a 3rd finger ornament. The notes B and D. Let's just try that, then we'll slow it down. 3, 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. Now, if we slow it down, on the up, the A is on the up, and then the B, D, B. 2, 1, and 2. 2, 2, 2. And then from there, that's what we're after. Now, if we go from the start, let me just demonstrate, and then we'll try it together. One, 2, 3, and 4. One more time, 3 and 4. Last time, 3 and 4. There we go. It just adds a nice bit of swing, and it's exactly the same in bar 3. So let's give the whole of the first measure a wee play with the rhythm, bowing, the ornamentation, the notes too, why not? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Something just occurred to me. If you like, after the third note in bar 1, you can lift the bow a little just to get more of this lilt. So the bow's coming. Let's just try that with the bow off the string. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. Last time. And then you're back on. If you like to experiment with off the string bowing, that's one place you could try it. Right, second measure then, line 2. This is Captain Francis Wemyss, Strathspey, in John Glen Collection. Line 2, equal quavers with the bowing, if you wish. Here we go. Something like. Ready, and 3 and 4. Now the bowing is an issue in the second measure. If you look, line 2, the end of bar 1, the last note is slurred into the second bar. And again, at the end of the line 2 this is, the last note is slurred into the first note, but the first note only of the third line. And then we have the same thing, line 3 between bars 1 and 2, the slur over the bar line. So with that in mind, let's just try it again. Equal quaver still. 2, 3, and 4. Aha! Significantly, the note at the end of line 2 comes on a down. So don't let that put you off. Let's just try line 2, the very last note, the semi-quaver G after 4. 1, equal quaver still, 3 and 4. And again, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 3 and 4. That's the idea. Now, still staying with matters of fiddle technique. In line 2, bar 2, the first 2 notes are what I call a double third finger. You've got third finger on the E string for the A, and the next note is a third finger on the A string. So you just have to anticipate that, because it can sound a bit sloppy if you're not on top of that. And it's just about trying to have your finger over both strings at once. So when you come to the first note of the second bar, the A on the E string, you need to be thinking, but there's a D on the A string coming straight after. So your finger needs to be just that bit further. Right. Once more then with equal quavers. Second line. 3 and 4. Aha! And down. Aha! Okay, let's add the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and 4. see that that double third finger at the start of bar 2 is even more critical because it's a snap. So the first third finger is very short. And it comes again, the exact same thing comes again in line 3, bar 2. So just watch out for that. Let's try it once more, then we'll add the ornamentation. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a lot in this, but it's good. It's a very fine strathspey. Now, if we look at the ornamentation, there's quite a lot of it just littered through the second measure. If we start in line 2, bar 1, straight away we've got this on the fiddle. It's a third finger ornament, the F sharp A ornament at the start of the bar. So if we go from the upbeat, up, down, 2, 3, and 4. 3 and 4, and. Now to make it less of a defined pitch, have a listen. 3 and 4, and 4, and 4. There we go. The same ornament comes in line 2, bar 3. But we have an additional ornament in that bar. So if we look to the 4th crotchet beat in the 3rd bar of line 2, we have the E, F sharp, A ornament. It comes on the up bow. Let's take it straight on the ornament. La da da da, 2, 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3. Good. So those are the pitches, and then we just need to make them quicker. And. That's it. In the 4th bar, 2nd line, bar 4, we've got this little ornament for the semiquaver B. Let's try that. So just the start of the 4th bar, 3, 4. That's it. And then we just need to speed it up. 3, 4. That's the idea. Just get those fingers like lightning. Now, in the next line, the ornaments in the 1st bar are the same as those in line 2, bar 3. So we've covered them all. Let's just give it a play this time with the ornaments. 2, this is from line 2, 3, and 4. A bit slower, maybe. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. Captain Francis Wemyss strathspey in the Bowie collection. Okay, let's take a look at the reel. Lady Mary Montague by J. MacDonald. Let's give it a play from the top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Falls quite nicely under the hand on the fiddle. There's not too much to say. But let's go back and have a wee look. Just to point out the bowing, oftentimes it's to secure a down bow at the start of the bar. But for instance, in line 1 of Lady Montague, bar 3, it gives a nice shape to this contour of the melody. So let's just try from the top again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the idea. It's delightful. Let's look at line 2, 2, 3, and 4. Now, in terms of pairing quavers, it can be useful to do that throughout, you know, especially if you're just learning the tune. It can keep everything in line, just ta-da, 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 make it sound very deliberate. But in particular, at the end of lines 2 and 3, the fourth bar in lines 2 and 3, it's good to pair them. Anyway, that more or less takes care of that. Let's try giving the set a play through. First, we'll do it at a steady tempo. Then next, we'll do it at a quick tempo. So this is Captain Francis Wemyss, Lady Mary Montague, set 43 from the Glen Collection at a steady tempo. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go, bravo, well done. Now just a bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. Well done. So that's us halfway. If you've joined us since the beginning, do drop us a little message to know you're there. Marathon, would you ever want to put a quick ornament on the crotchets in the reel in the first bar? Yeah, that would work nicely. I find myself doing a little flick of the first finger to make it. A third finger flick would work as well, Maura, absolutely. In the second measure, again, probably a third finger flick. Yeah, you could add ornament. You're right, particularly on the crotchets. Okay. Any thoughts or questions? Just fire them into the chat bar. But let's move on in the meantime to set 48. 48 takes us to the key of G major. That's quite a happy place to be. Skene of Skene by G.S. and Miss Jean Stewart of Bohally Bohally. Should have fact checked that one. By Malcolm MacDonald. Now, Malcolm MacDonald, composer of the reel, Miss Jean Stewart, was a neighbour of Neil Gow at Inver, or certainly in the sort of Dunkeld area. Skene of Skene by G.S. My detective skills lead me to surmise that G.S. may have been Captain George Skene, who, given his posting and status, may have wished to remain shrouded in mystery as the composer of Skene of Skene. I don't know if that makes it an eponymous Strathspey, or if Skene of Skene was someone else. Anyway, let's start with Skene of Skene. G major Strathspey, always a delight, always. Let's start with equal quavers. La, dum, ba, dee. 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Now, while we're still in equal quavers, let's add, for those who wish, the double stop notes, the chords in bar 1 and bar 3. Now, if we just look straight at the first chord in bar 1, it's note 5, which is the third crotchet beat. And the lower note is an E, first finger on the D. So let's start there. First finger on the D, keep it down, and on top of it, on the A, put down your second finger. So both fingers are down. We're not playing both strings yet. So on the bottom string, the D, you've got an E, and on the A, you've got a C. So we play D, A together, A, D together. That's the general background to it. The next chord note in the melody is on the 7th note of the first bar. It's a first finger on the A, an open D. So you have to make sure that the first finger on the A isn't encroaching on the D, otherwise you get a. It needs to be completely clear of the D. So you've got your first finger on the A, check that the D is unhindered. And that's the chords. They come again in exactly the same guise in bar 3. Anyway, we'll keep to equal quavers. We'll take a little bit of tempo out of the speed and add those in if you wish. Here we go from the top. 3 and 4. Oh, I forgot about that little one at the end. Second finger on the G. Third finger on the D. If chording is something you want to work on, it's quite a good strategy. Get the fingers down and then just play the lower note, upper note together, and then upper note, lower note, and then together, just to work at coming at it from both angles. Like once more, still equal quavers. 2, 3, and 4. There you go. Now let's take the chord notes out, but add the rhythm. Yum, dee, dum, ba, dee, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Equal quavers at the end of the line. You can delight in those because they are very nice. It's like a bit of severity, talking about something serious. And then it's okay. It's just very serious, but don't worry about it. Right, once more. You can add the chording if you wish. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. What I find with this sort of rhythm at the start of bar 1, start of bar 2, it puts the weight onto the second crotch, which is a good place for it to be. You hear that? strong third note of the bar. Up, down. Let's just try that, those first 4 notes, including the upbeat. 3 and 4. Good. You may even wish to ring the bottom string together with the third finger. 3 and 4. That's the idea. Once more. Play through the whole of the first measure. Ready, 2, 3 and 4. Nice little frivolity at the end. Now, second line. This is the second measure of Skene of Skene, set 48. Equal quavers. Any bowing, follow that. Ignore any ornaments just now. Yum, pa, dee, da, 3 and 4. There we go. Now, let's try adding the ornament while we're in equal quavers. It's the same at the start of bar 1, 2, and 3 in the second line. And it's just filling in the notes up to the high G. So the ornament includes the notes E and F sharp. Try together, 3, 4. And. Now, like lightning, have a listen. 2, 3, 4. Fiddles, make sure you have your bow on the string for this. Ready, 2, 3, 4. And again on string, and. It's just a tear. There we go. Now we'll add that in while keeping the rhythm as equal quavers. 2, 3, and 4. And again. Right, let's add the rhythm, but take away the ornament again. Ready, 2, yum, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. I find it difficult to omit the ornaments, but that'll come. This rhythm is challenging because if you look from line 2 bar 1, note 3, that's the start of a snap pair of quavers. Snap. The second pair is a snap. The third pair is a snap. At the start of the next bar, we've got a snap, followed by a snap. Yum, da-da, 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 da-dum, da-da. 5 snaps in a row. And the danger with that is that you're going a short down and a long up, short down and a long up. So it's a traveling bow, and then you end up in a rather clumsy place at the start, at the heel of the bow. Fortunately, at the start of line 2, bar 2, there's an ornament which we can use to stretch out that snap with a broader down, and then just continue, and we're back in this upper half. Let me demonstrate. You see at the start of the second bar. So let's just try that before we put it all together. So we're going to go from line 2, bar 2, in the lower half, near the heel. And you want to... You see how much energy? Down, up. Ready? That place, start of bar 2. And all we're playing are those two notes. 3 up, down, up, 2, 3, 4. Good. Did you get a nice long down? 3, 4. And again, and. Last time, and. So that's what we're after. How about another listen? So that's the return of the bow that restores the equilibrium that we've lost from all these 5 successive snap pairs. For the past 3 minutes, I'm sure it's all just been gobbledygook. Sorry, let's see if we can put it into practice. Line 2, 2, 3, and 4. Let's try it again, a bit slower. 2, 3, and 4. Now, the point is, it's not so much that you're getting down to the heel, it's the fact that in line 2, bar 2, on the 3rd crotchet beat, there's a burl, and burls are only really effective in the upper half, near the point. It's not even just the upper half, it's near the point. So if you don't have that restoring sweep of a down bow at the start of bar 2, you end up trying to do a burl down here. And you just don't get the tactility, the texture of the burl at that part of the bow. Right. It'll be worthwhile just to do that again. Line 2, Skene of Skene, 2, 3, and 4. I haven't discussed it, but I assume you all just knew intuitively to shape the semiquavers in the last bar. You just want to hold the first one for a bit longer. Let's just try it. 2, 3, 4. Again, 3, 4. And again. It's like a elegant tumbling. And there's equal quavers. You'll notice as well the upbeat to bar 3 of the second line is also a pair of equal quavers. It's a nice little strathspey, particularly for being by an amateur musician, if I'm right about George Skene. It's very good. Right, well, that's the strathspey. As ever, any thoughts or queries, fire them into the chat bar. But in the meantime, let's move on to Miss Jean Stewart, the reel, and let's just give it a read at a steady tempo. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, this reel is interesting. Each bar, 1, 2, and 3, starts with the same note. And if you like fiddles, you can bring the lower string beneath just to drive the point home. And then we get this little closing figure. Remember, in the line 1, bar 4, we've got this rhythm on the second crotchet beat, 2 semiquavers and a quaver. The first 2 notes are like lightning. From the start of the bar, have a listen. Let's just try it together. This is Miss Jean Stewart, line 1, bar 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Once more. Now you need that bite, that attack at the start of the semis. So you're putting lots of weight into the string. You feel that little breath. Let's try that, like this, have a listen. And. You get the bite, the grit of the hair through the string. Yum, pum, ba-da-da. And it's so quick that sort of seemingly little unnicety of the crunch is lost. Indeed, it enhances the overall texture. Right, once more from the top of the reel. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. There we go. That's the first measure. Miss Jean Stewart, line 2. Ready, 2, 3, and 4. Again, we've got all these G's at the starts of bars. It's really quite a clever little tune. We also have in line 2, bar 4, this particular bowing where the first quaver is short as the staccato dot marked underneath, and the next 3 quavers are taken in the up, and you need to make it a very short down and then a pointed up. You want to kick the first of the slurred notes, so you're going down. Let's just try that. Line 2, Miss Jean Stewart, line 2, bar 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. One more time. Last time. That's the idea. It comes again directly underneath in the third line, but also in line 3, bar 3. Got it? Line 3, bar 3, 3, 4. Last time. Once more. That's the idea. I see Jane's just commented, he's doing a little double stopping at the end of the first line. Is that okay? Oh, I'm sure it is. You could have a D. Yes, I'm just remembering you're on the cello, James. I'm trying to remember how I transposed it. But on the fiddle, you could have a D. This is Miss Jean Stewart, line 1, the last bar. You could have a D ringing under the first half of that bar, and then a G ringing for the G at the end. Absolutely. You do not need to ask for permission to ring the strings. It's something we've not done as much of in a lot of these Strathspeys, but where you feel the urge to ring some strings, I encourage you to. It's great. Good. So if we go back to the second measure and just try it from the start of line 2 with this particular bowing, where we have the staccato first note and then the three slurred notes. So Miss Jean Stewart, line 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. In line 2, bar 3, from note 4, so that's the third crotchet of the bar, you can pair these quavers and make them quite short. I'll just say again where we're coming from. Miss Jean Stewart, line 2, bar 3, note 4. Pair, pair, da, ba, ba. Let's try it after 2. 1, 2. Wrong note. I'll try again. 1, 2. And again. A bit slower. That's the idea. Good. Let's just try the second measure again. From the start of line 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And similar to the previous reel, you could ornament the crotchets. There's something nice at the same time about just playing them out, given that they're repeated. But I don't take a dogmatic approach to these things, as you know. So if you feel, particularly given the variety of ornaments that we've been looking at over the course of the sessions, if your fingers start to itch and you want to put one in, just go for it. A lot of the ornaments are in the original, well, not a lot, but oftentimes there are ornaments marked in the original source, but they were only ever intended as a suggestion, and I tend to add just sometimes not so many, for instance, none in the reel there, but other times it just adds some character, some interest. Anyway, that takes care of set 48. So we'll give it a run. This is the Strathspey, Skene of Skene by the suspected composer Captain George Skene, and the reel by Malcolm MacDonald, Miss Jean Stewart of Bohally. Pronunciations on a postcard, please. Nice and steady. Dum, dee, dum, ba, dee. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There, that was a fairly quick, steady playthrough, but we'll do the quick one. I just noticed Mara suggested good to put in a flick between the double notes, like the 2 E's in the second bar of the second measure. Let's just look at that quickly. Yes, that would be lovely, Mara. Yeah, there's no denying your ear for ornaments. That was never in question. So the quick rendition. Dum dee rum ba dee. I will take the reel maybe just a little bit quicker. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Something like that. Good. The flick on the PDD hasn't quite made it into my muscle memory, but I'll definitely add that into the old practice. Anyway, that's about it for this video. Thanks for taking part, and remember you can rewatch at any time by using the same link or searching on YouTube for Glen Collection 125. The next live broadcast will be on Thursday, when we'll continue our exploration of the Glen Collection. In the meantime, take care and keep playing.